Hi everybody! I have a lot of things to do today, and so I thought I would switch it up and just do a day in the life. I have lots of small business errands to run and it should be a productive day, so let's get straight into it. Well, first things first for the day, I really just need to do a quick clean of the room and some of my fabric stash, and then I want to get stuck into my daily sewing task. So I do one row of like a patchwork kind of quilt fabric that I'm working on, and it's just 10 squares patchwork together, and then the other one is I work for roughly an hour on one of my custom garments, and that's just to make sure that I am actually making progress on my customs even when I'm doing other things. More than an hour of sewing on this one today, but it is coming along. They're so time consuming to make, but they're also really fun. I'm just fluffing out the next tier that I just sewed on, so I think I only have to add one more tier. Whoa, it's so fluffy. Okay, cool. My daily patchworking has begun. What I've been doing is I've just been cutting out 10 squares that are 4 by 4 inches wide each, and then I overlock them together and then stitch them together as well, and top stitch the seams so they're all going the same way, and then I just attach that row to my motherload. Which is just one row a day. Soon I'm gonna have a huge piece of fabric that I can work with. It's just so nice because it gives me that feeling of like accomplishment in the day, but it's basically a brainless and a fast task. And I'm using up scraps, which always feels so good. My row for today. Now that I've finished with my sewing, I have some orders I need to post. So firstly, I just need to like purchase postage for them. They're already packaged up, and then I'm gonna drop them off at the post office. Then I really want to go op shopping. It is time to get more fabric. I feel like my supply it's not lacking, but I'm ready for some new fabrics, and then I will show you what I got. Of course, little haul time. Anyway, let's get cracking. Up to the stage of putting my labels on my parcels. My packaging process honestly takes, oh, that's so loud, sorry. It takes longer than I expect every time. And usually in the past, like I would try and do a task all at once. So I would do like all of my packaging in one day. But these days, I'm finding it more enjoyable for my workflow if I just bite off little bits of each task every day. So hang on. For example, I just feel like if there's a task that I'm putting off, I'll just say do it for 20 minutes and then do it for 20 minutes tomorrow and just do it until it's done. And often I will do more than that assigned time, but it just gets the ball rolling, because honestly, sometimes there's just weeks and months where it's not necessarily like the most creatively fulfilling work you've ever done, and it's like, am I even making good art, etc, etc. But if you just kind of break it down and make it a little bit more systematic, it really helps get the ball rolling for me. I'm at my first op shop now, so I'm gonna go in and fingers crossed find some absolute beauties in there. And also, if you see me sweating profusely, no you didn't. Thank you. It is scorching hot today in Brisbane. I'm so excited about the things that I got at the op shop, and I wanted to show you just a sneak peek of my favorite non-fabric things that I got. Firstly, this whole jar of buttons for $8. They're totally miscellaneous, but buttons are amazing. And if you're making jeans or pants or shorts, or, oh my gosh, anything like that, you only need one button, so that's awesome. Then I got this little bag of buttons. I don't use buttons very often in my work, but they're so expensive, and when you need to get them, it's like, The other thing I got was bias tape. This is pink check bias tape for $1. Anyway, I've got to keep going. My question of the week this week is about patchworking. And I get this question all the time, and it's basically, Carly, how do you figure out what patterns and colors to put together? Basically, what I do is I work off the energy of the fabric. I know that sounds so airy-fairy, but I don't really like constraining myself to, oh, it has to be this exact color match, or it has to be these 4 colors. Whenever I get really pedantic about matching stuff, it just doesn't really feel organic. And so to keep it fun and lively, I just try and trust my instincts and just listen to the fabric. Sometimes I'd make mistakes working like that, but more often than not, I will find myself stumbling into some fun ideas just because I was like, I feel like these 2 fabrics are friends. So I just went through my fabric collection and I just curated a little vibe for you. And this vibe is giving me terracotta, summertime in Greece or something. I don't know, it can be so silly, but for me, creating like a little vibe, a little picture in my mind, a little story really helps me to figure out if a fabric works together. Also, it does help to have like a little bit of knowledge of color theory, like just getting a color wheel and just seeing and understanding what colors are complementary, what colors do not go together, and just trying not to do any big horrendous clashes. At the end of the day, I say follow your gut always and have fun with it. That is all. Thank you for that question. I really loved answering it, and if you have any more questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. I answer one every single week. So I wanted to show you what I got from my op shop shenanigans. A lot of people have asked me on my Instagram what I look for in fabrics, and also how I decide what fabrics are going to go together in a patchwork piece. And so I thought I would kind of like talk about that a little bit as I show you what I got. First up, and very boringly, I just got a bunch of single colored sheets, like a mint color, some ivory, also this peachy color. And I think that is it for my plain colored sheets. Whenever I go op shopping, I always look for plain colored sheets and fabric because I just know that I'm going to use them. Okay, I have had a craving to make some sort of wedding dress garment recently, and last year I made a piece and it was just a bunch of secondhand like lacy curtains all sewn together, and I decided that I would do that again. And I got so many lacy curtains. They were like $3 each. They are gonna get a really good soak, let me tell you that much. But they're basically sheer white, and I got like 4 or 5. So hopefully that makes a really cool gathered piece, and I'll use one of my white bed sheets to line it. Also, side note, this is one of the shirts that I got. It's pretty cute, and this is the second one, and it's kind of like got this racetrack on it. I literally don't know what this is, but it basically fit exactly like that one, and I was like, I found this like blue checkered fabric with these flowers on it, and I always look at stuff and go, that'll look good in like a patchwork piece, you know? Then I got this mint green kind of like ombre floral doona cover, kind of cute. These 3 I feel like would go well in a patchwork piece together. The first one is like this really nice kind of pinky florally fabric, and it's just got all of these neutrals on it, but it's also got a bit of color. Then I've got this really cool, kind of gives me like a 70s vibe, and it's like coral and yellow and browny and sandy colors. And then I found this kind of shimmery doona cover, I think it is. Oh wow! Okay, it's got sequins on it. That's a surprise. When I saw this, I don't know why, I just envisioned it as like an incredible puff sleeve moment. Okay, I've only got a few more to show you, and these ones are more in the realm of like childhood bedroom energy. I get really excited when I see stuff like this at the op shop. This one is just like a fairy in a little garden with some butterflies. This is totally my vibe. And in the same realm, we have this purple and green print, and it's like fairies and the moon, it's planets, it's sun, it's stars. And lastly but not leastly, I got this Disney Princess doona cover. Once again, this literally screams Carly on it. Oh my gosh, look, I'm Cinderella. A dream. So yeah, that's everything that I got at the thrift shop today. It was a really big shopping day, but I'm really excited to have some new patterns and fabrics in my life. It often brings me new ideas and inspiration when I have some new fabrics to play with, and it's so nice that I can curate them from second-hand sources. Anyway, that was a really big day. Thank you for watching my little op shop haul and for coming along with me on my journeys today. It was a fun little day getting stuff done for my business, and it felt really productive, so that's awesome. If you are still watching this far through, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you a lot. I cannot wait to see you in the next video, which will be next Sunday, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're keen. And as always, appreciate you a lot. See you in the next one. Bye.